Hello, Gary Hernandez here, and welcome to Cane Self-Defense with Master Gary Hernandez. In this quick video, we're going to talk about a way you can defend yourself without having to really injure somebody. So we're going to do a non-lethal technique. And we're going to do it from an individual that's being very aggressive and they're stepping in with a hard, fast punch to your face or midsection. So one of the things you want to worry about is whenever you're defending yourself, you got to remember the different zone levels. You have a red zone, you have a yellow zone, and you have a green zone. Obviously, your red zone, you're real close to somebody. If you can touch them, they can touch you. Then you have your green zone where you're further enough back to either start to run or prepare for them charging you. Your yellow zone to me is the most dangerous because that individual, you think he's far enough, but a good lunge step out and they can get a hold of you or hit you. We're going to be using a foam cane so we don't have any major injuries because we're going to try to move a little fast and show this technique. And then I'll bring in a wooden cane so you can see the wood and watch a little bit better in the video how the technique is done, and we'll slow that down. Giving me a hand is going to be Mr. Bob. Now, Mr. Bob, he's about right there. He's in an aggressive situation. Now, yes, if I have my cane up and I'm ready and all that, but there's times you may not be. You may be trying to talk your way out of it. And you're in that one zone where I said a simple lunge out and he can get a hold of you. Now, I don't want to do nothing lethal, so I don't want to maybe hurt him too much by hitting him in the head or something, but I don't want to get hurt myself. So with the foam cane, we're going to go ahead and do this technique. So, all of a sudden he's there, and I'm like, hey, calm down. And maybe he closed the gap a little closer from here. Remember, if he gets any closer, he can easily hit me. So I'm trying to keep him at bay. All of a sudden he steps in with a large punch, and boom. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go a little bit fast, a little slower, but I want to show you where this is going to hit before we go to the wood. As he steps in to punch, he's coming in and he's trying to blast me. So if I'm aware of this. If I'm not aware of this, then obviously he's going to hit me. But from there, I'm still trying to talk my way out, and he's going to go fast again really hard. When he does that, I'm going to move. I'm hitting that arm, hopefully that elbow. And what I'm doing is I'm not really blocking it, but I'm kind of redirecting it and hitting you with it. Then as it hits that arm, then I'm going to come through and I'm going to hit that knee. So we're going to go fast one more time for the whole thing, and then we're breaking down a little bit better. Again, he's in that yellow zone. So he's here and he's pissed. And whenever he wants to, he's going to swing. I'm like, hey, look, I don't want to fight. So, I don't know. Boom. Now I'm going to go to a wooden cane and slow this down and show the exact pinpoint areas that we may want to look at. So the wood will show more on the body, certain striking areas, because it's also smaller and thinner than what a foam cane is. So now understand, the harder cane is going to move faster and it's going to create more of an impact, and your follow through is going to be a lot easier than when you train with a foam cane. But you got to go slow. So as he steps in to hit, I'm going to move. Now I want to say something really quick. If you've never trained with a cane before and you're a martial artist and you start to train and you've never trained with any weapons that are long range like a bow or something that's going to have some reach to it, understand, don't think about your traditional blocks. And here's what I mean. If he throws a punch, and I think about traditional blocks where I'm doing a circular motion block coming in, or even if I'm doing an inside forearm, well, go slow because I'm going to swing the cane. If he does that, and I think of a traditional block, I'm blocking with my hand, not with the wood, because most people get thinking traditional martial arts. Well, let's talk about the cane. I don't need to block that high. In other words, I don't need to take it up that high because I want the wood to do the job. Don't do this yet. So what I'm doing is, because I'm going to go fast, I'm simply doing this. So as he goes slow, I'm moving to one side and I'm rotating the cane at a kind of a rounded upward motion. Boom. And I'm going right now because he's stepping with this, I'm going clockwise. So as he comes in, I'm shifting, hitting that elbow. Once that arm's going to move because I hit that elbow. The cane is here. Now I'm going to bring it to his knee. And I'm going to shift my body. Can you back up from you? Stay right there, sir. When I do this, that's the pop. The power comes not just from this, but from moving and getting that motion of power. understand this job's going to come up. I mean, not this job. I always say this hand has a job. This hand's going to come up. So it pops. It's up in case something goes wrong and I need to grab. So don't move, sir. So the cane moves like that. My body moves. His leg would be here. That's a nice, decent little hit. It's going to hurt, but I want more power, more motion. So I'm going to move with it. So the movements you're going to see is motion like this and a motion like that. So when he comes with that first punch, that's the hit. And then that's the driving force to catch that knee. Now, neither one of those are lethal areas, but I am hitting them in the elbow and I am hitting them in the knee, which could cause enough injuries to where it's going to hurt him, and hopefully there's no legal matters. But I also may not be that accurate in the middle of a situation that's got my adrenaline going. So that's fine. He's punching at me, and I catch that forearm, or I catch in the tricep area. It's a piece of wood. It's still going to move that arm. It's going to hurt it. Then I come down and I catch him in the shin. If you've ever been hit in the shin pretty good, it does stun. So this will give me time to either set up for another technique or get away. So again, he's coming through. 1 and 2. If I had to, I do have a third. But if I'm moving fast, and I'll go back to this right here, and he steps in, he's all pissed, 1, 2, and even that doesn't feel good. So I don't want to hit him super hard too many times. But that's just a quick technique. And remember again, from this point of view, he's moving forward. It's going to swing in a circular motion. Again, think about martial arts. Don't go into traditional blocks because now you're using your arm. Where does that come into a point? If he's got a blade or something, I don't want to bring my hand up. I'd rather use the wood to knock that away and then create the distance. So again, it simply goes pop and pop. So when you're doing it fast, it looks like that. Thank you, Mr. Bob. So hopefully that technique helps. If you get an opportunity, subscribe to the channel, hit like. It does help us grow. Gary Hernandez, thank you very much, and we'll see everybody very soon. Have a good night.